Our three officials, Tony Brothers, Aaron Smith, Suyash Mehta. And our thoughts and prayers and hearts are with the great Tony Brown.
Just an outstanding human being and one of the top officials in the game. So sad to hear his situation right now.
Offensive rebound. Thinking of your family. Morris with a three that goes. Marcus Morris Sr.
You know, they finally got a few guys back and they had some depth, and all of a sudden Chris Boucher goes down, and it really put a twist to what the Raptors potentially could have done down the stretch.
That was right before March Madness, and I wasn't able to play in the tournament and help my team there. Then, of course, right now with the Toronto Raptors this season, we're in the midst of a playoff push late in the season. I hurt my knee again, so he said it definitely is frustrating.
This ability to shoot the three ball, if he can continue to refine his game, put the ball on the floor, right? Who knows how much more he can be as an offensive player.
Disrupts it, knocks it away. Here's Johnson with it. Johnson, as Kawhi was digging in on it, and there's Morris Sr. with it, and a turnover.
He's got to stay calm. He can't be in a rush offensively.
Zubac. Ivica Zubac unable to finish underneath.
He's a part of everything, and they're just anxious to get him back because, you know, Nick Nurse as well in the pregame, beautiful pass. In the pregame, along with Ty Lue, and work on this roster, and I'm already excited about next season. Hopefully at Scotiabank Arena.
Yes, hopefully here. Trent Jr. with it, off of the Zubac miss.
Yeah, it's not easy saying here when we're not there.
Right. 7-point lead, and
Bembry's another player I really like. You know, he does so many little things out. Beautiful pass.
Zubac.
This guy's a beast. I started to say earlier, he's underrated.
Bembry, a three, doesn't go. Boucher, offensive rebound. Gillespie comes away with it, and he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw.
Malachi Flynn going in, back out, and finding Birch.
Rajon Rondo behind the back. Oh, what sauce on that to Zubac. From the hip, he finds George. To the cutting Zubac, and Gillespie again.
You gotta know better.
Oh yeah, look over to the clear, like
Well, the biggest question mark.
Yeah, and Serge coming back.
Serge coming back, but Paul George is the one that's got to prove that he can play in the.
Gary Trent Jr. the three, and the foul. Here's George. Three-pointer doesn't go. And a second chance opportunity. Beverly up top. Does he make the adjustments that he was unwilling to make as far as minutes and what have you, rotations? And last postseason, here's Zubac, sends it over now to Birch rolling. Flynn in the paint. Beverly guards Boucher. You see Kawhi there. Short corner. Jumper doesn't go. Let's check in with Eric Smith.
You know, talking about Morris, Matty, he can face up, shoot the three, he can get in the post, and he can finish strong around the basket, and then versatility-wise defensively.
Zubac. Paul George bats it. Gary Trent Jr.
Ooh, a little bit of contact
and
there.
No call. And Jalen Harris working with Gillespie, and shot doesn't go. Zubac commands a rebound.
And Zoo will go to the free throw line for the two free throws. Clippers will be at this stripe the rest of the.
Better than 7 rebounds. In a 15-point deficit. Now 16.
You know, how many times the coaches ask guys to do it, but they don't want to do it. They're not comfortable doing it.
And Zubac spinning and banks it in.
You know, 5 months ago, if you said you're going to have Gary Trent Jr., Freddie Gillespie, Bembry, Harris, and Boucher on the floor against the Clippers. Gary Trent Jr., Freddie Gillespie, Bembry, Harris, and Boucher on the floor against the Clippers. You'd be trying to figure out, what are you talking about, right? So these guys are trying to figure it out on the fly.
It. And the foul. Here's Harris. Harris, the three doesn't go. Slightly.
That's a crazy stat.
Yeah, and 7 of the current team members have a positive plus-minus. Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam lead the way.
Hey, I need the black coach's jersey.
I need the other day, Nick Nurse, like, I had no idea where he walked out with the polo as Zubac bats it in.
Once he gets his rhythm, you don't worry about it.
Zubac underneath.
If I'm Zubac, I'm taking Rondo out to dinner.